Good morning, everyone. Yeah, sure, Aftab. Go ahead. Please go ahead with your question. Hello, Bhavani. So, good morning, guys. We'll wait few minutes because let's everyone join. So, I just don't want none of them. You guys are missed any topics important one. So, because of that, we'll wait 5 more minutes and then we'll start. Meanwhile, we'll talk. Okay. Whoever have any things, we can talk. We can discuss. Good morning, Indra. Good morning, Vishnu. So did you guys woke up or still you guys are sleeping? Okay, Aftab, let me just create a class name encapsulate inside the class. First, create a constructor. Inside the constructor, initialize the original value. After creating the constructor, defining a function name value in this. Okay. What is the issue, Aftab? Now create a second function name, set value, and pass the argument name. Will be the original value, contact or support. Good morning, Anudarshan. You can't able to pass the value. See, basically, if I talk about this particular problem Aftab, they just told you to create an encapsulation class. So basically, you need to create one class and constructor means your init method inside that. Okay. Initialize original variable as a 10 means encapsulation method. How we discuss it like a normal class, give the name, class name is a encapsulation. Inside that, you need to take a init method, their original values variable as 10. Like take any variable which is value is 10. After that, you need to create a constructor defining a function name value. Okay. You need to create a constructor, define a value. The function should return a variable that we initialize in the constructor. Basically, you need to create a one function. Okay. Normal function name value. And there you need to return the inside init method, you need to take a one values there 10, that to be returned in the value function. And then now create a second function name set value. Okay, then the second function, there will be the two function, one value, one is a set value. Pass argument name new value. Take argument like your self comma new value argument. The task, this function will be replace the value of original variable in the value of new value. You need to assign the new value, that's all, because you are assigning the new value that should be reflected to your another value. And as you ask, like, okay, you send a code also. I did like this encapsulation define init set value equals to, okay, you are passing directly their value equals to 10. Don't pass like value equals to 10 in init. You can pass when you are calling the object after. That will be the good practice to go ahead. Okay, set self comma value you give, that's correct. Then inside that self equal value, that's done. Value, okay, div set value. New value is the new value when you are assigning, right? Set equals to new value. Again, that you can do from the like inside it. Set new value equals to print new value object value 10, new value is 20. You need to yeah, this is fine, right? But value set value, when you are doing it now, there will be, can you write for me? Yeah, sure. I'll do one thing after. That's a query, right? Okay. I'll just give you the things there. Set value this particular problem. Don't worry. There will be small changes needed regarding just how to passing the value just normally self dot value you give when you are creating the object. Now see, this is obj equals to encapsulation. Remember one thing, after when you are creating init method, that is by default called after. So when you are calling this object obj equals to encapsulation, that time only you can pass the 10 value. Pass inside the parenthesis, like I'll just send you this line, just try obj equals to encapsulation, and inside that pass the value. It will take. See, obj dot set value is 20. See, again, when you are calling obj dot set value is 20, but there you are, or you need to remove that also. Okay, now you send again, right? Self dot a equals to, see, if you are giving here self dot a equals to 10, then okay, you give there 10 directly, then def self print value of self dot a, okay, def set value self new value, print the new value, you are passing that. Yeah, this is when you are passing the set value equals to 10. But what is the problem statement told? They told you to second set value pass the new value. The task of this function to replace the value of original variable to the new variable. You need to replace the original variable also. Once you done, just initialize that value equals to the new value, whatever it is. Apart from that, it is correct. Okay, I think so. Anyone has any other issues? Okay, so folks, how's things going on? You guys are able to practice the things, because I can observe still people are need to be joined. So meanwhile, we can discuss. Even I'm giving the mail ID. I'm unable to send. Giving the mail ID. See, regarding Ashwarya, this type of issue now, just send a ticket, just generate a ticket to support, because these are the things which they can help you soon. If you generate as soon as possible, they'll get. Okay, as type. Okay, Indra. Okay, Indra, if I talk about as type, it's just basically the same as a D type. We use the as type method, like as type, ASTYPE, right? As means which type of things are there, which type of datas are there. That's called a as type. Means if it is integer and it is a float, like how we are doing for the normal thing, there also the as type also doing for the particular things there, where we are keeping the things like, if we are, let me show you. So whenever we are doing this type of thing now, we just want to convert, like how D type is used to convert, right? So same way we are need to convert that particular thing. So that's why we use a concept called as type. The last task, right, which I give it to you. Good morning, guys. Yeah. Link once again, please. Good morning, ma'am. Could you share the Google? Yeah, sure. I'll share the Google Drive link. Meanwhile, give me a minute, folks. Okay, I need to give that. Sure, Durjoy. No worries. I'll just opening my drive link and I'll share you. So I think almost everyone joined. So we'll start the things now. Mm, okay, I shared this drive link. Yeah. Okay, folks. So good morning, everyone. How's thing going on, folks? All good? Okay, so let's start the thing. So today the plan will be, good morning, guys. Today the plan will be continue with our pandas. Prior to that, I remember there will be one things which asked from you guys, that is dynamic representation. Yesterday I thought I'll give you in the last, but it's going on with the not it's not it's like whatever I sent the link, that's a drive link, Srividya. There I will upload from the starting itself. Whatever we discuss, it will be uploaded there. The databases, then the Jupyter notebook data, like whatever data will be there, it will be uploaded. You can take from there. So let's come back here. So let's go ahead and discuss like how you are taking a dynamic representation in a NumPy also. You can use that way also to dynamic, because most of the time in NumPy is used for creating the thing. But yes, there is a way to take the dynamic way also. I'll show you that first, and then we'll be continue with the pandas concept which we started yesterday. And I believe everyone is not facing any issues regarding the pandas. No issue, my breath, no problem. So let me share my screen and then we continue. So last week we started with the pandas. Let it be here. And I just imported, like first of all, we'll just go ahead and start with that particular thing. So suppose you need to take the value. Till now in a NumPy, what happened, books, you are taking the value from the directly you are creating the thing. Suppose you need to take from the user, like a keyboard from there to input together the thing. So I'll show you the both the way, 1D and 2D, how you are taking for the NumPy one. Let me import it first, because that is the first thing. I need to import NumPy as NP, and the new seed started, it's 1. Okay, so first thing will be go ahead with the 1D, where, and the next problem 2D we can take depend upon your requirement, how you wanted to take that from. Okay, already we imported, take a array, np dot array. Inside that, when you are taking a 1D, I'm taking a empty array. Basically we need to add the array there, so we need to take a empty array. Now from the user we need to ask int, and which one, end, int, float, that's depend upon your requirement. Input, enter the number of values, enter the number of values what we wanted. We just ask from the user n value. Now the main thing, because as we are taking a matrix, we in a multiple value, so we need a for loop for that. Without for loop, we can't take it. Like in a list also, when we are using a list string, we are using the for loop to append the value. Same thing here for array also, we need to use a for loop for I in range. Sorry, how can I open the yesterday's one? Okay, Bhavani, just go to your main screen of your things. This is my main screen. If you observe, this is a Jupyter notebook, a home page. Then wherever your folder, go to the folder if you have it, or directly you can click my folder is my here. So I need to go ahead my inside the my folder, and whatever the name I saved it, I save it pandas. I saved my file in pandas. When you click it, that file will be open. So that is the same file. This file only, I'm continue with that. So this is how you can open the file. I believe it will help now. So let's continue with the thing for I in range. There I pass the n, because user want to decide whatever the value we give. Then we need to take the value. So v equals to, we need to take from user. So input, I'm putting here element. Whatever the element we need it, we need to give take from user. Once you're taken that, we need to put it inside the array also. So we use a method called append, the same list method called append, arr, comma, v. V will be my value. Once it's done, let's come back from for loop and print that array. See, number of values 3, 1. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Append is not defined. One second. No. 1 second. Let me check once. 1 minute, let me check once. No, not about that. Yes, it will be, I just forget to add the np dot append, right? It will be np dot, no, it's not arr dot append, it will be np dot append basically. Because it's because we can't call directly, right? Yes. Yes, that's what. Because we taken import numpy as np, and I can't call the method, right? I need to call with the method from the numpy itself. So if you go ahead, you need to decide the how many values you want. Now you need to give the values there. This is how you need to do for the 1D array. Just here, we need to add whatever append will be the method, but if we are using for the numpy, we need to assign that whatever method np dot that particular method name, and we pass the values there. This is how you can we can go ahead and take the values there. For the np you need to define, just import numpy na. No, Babani, it's not a yesterday. This is asked from you guys only how to take in the things. So I'm just giving you because um this is a doubt asked for. I think Vishnu asked about that. So for that, just the thing, ki dynamic way. Yes, yeah, Vishnu, I remember. I think you asked, right? So this is how, Vishnu, you can take the dynamic way for 1D, okay? And let me go ahead with the 2D as well. And then we just move to the yesterday's thing. For the 2D, Vishnu, when you are taking the 2D, the same here also, you need to go ahead with the particular thing. And you can just split it the things there, how you wanted to split the particular things there, and p dot array. So here you can do the take as a particular thing. Suppose I'm taking a blank list here. Okay. Later I will convert into the array that, because list will use for a easy way to take the value range. I in range, I'm passing the range as 3 because maximum you can give the values 3 like how you want it. Then for it is matrix. So you need a two loop for row and column, 2D, right? Row and column. So for I in range, for J in here, I can give directly the input here. So I'm giving the input, enter the value, enter the value, and inside that how I want to split it, I need to split that with the I value. So I'm giving with that I, and this will be just print it. This is for printing. Nothing can be working on that because we need to take the value in the looping time itself. And then I need to split method. Oh, you already know how the split method will be. It will be split the particular values also, colon. Now list list dot append. And there we don't want to use here particularly np because it's just a list. Now I'm keeping the things there, np dot array. I just move that particular thing in my array list, comma d type I'm keeping as a integer, int. I need my things will be in a integer, and then print the array. Once. Pop up the solution. Okay, Vara, there is no questions for this problem. Basically, this is just dynamic representation of numpy 2D array. That is only the problem statement, Vara. There is no problem statement. It's a 1D and the 2D array. So let's run this one, because as one of from you guys only asked me to go show me once, because this is not our things, because mostly our NumPy is used for, we are creating the things. 3, because we split it in that way. So this is how you can take a 2D array. So this will be for, this is nothing, you can remove it also. It's just a print statement. There is nothing like that. It's just a print statement. Yeah, sure, I'll explain it again. So basically what happened here, I taken one list here, okay? List, or we call as a empty list. Empty list, we are taking it here. Then for the one for loop for my rows, one for loop for my column, because as we know 2D array always go with the rows and column. Now in a rows I put it at a range as a 3, means 0 to 2 it will be run. Then in a J, I directly ask the user to give the value, enter the value and split. Split means I need to divide that, right? I need to split when the value will be given. So that's why we use there itself split. Now list.append. Append means whatever value you are giving to J, that will be append to my empty list. Empty list, that will be append first. Then that list I'm converting as a array, means I add the values in my list. That list I converted to a array. If you observe there, array equals to np.array, list and d type will be integer, we keep it. Then we printed that. So this is how you can take a dynamic way of the taking the value for the 2D array. The same thing when we go ahead with the 1D array, we just take in the value and we append it. See, for this 2D array also, you can try with this way also for 2 for loop. So this is the 2 approaches to take the value. For 1D, we created an array, then we take the value from user, and then we are taking the thing. Yeah, that's again, Ritika, you can do it. Again, you need to change your code there. This is one code which I give it to you to take the thing. Yes, you can take a single and we can make it in that way. Then which split I'm doing it here, you can do it in a inside the body of for loop, Ritika. Yes, you can do that. Can you please write the comments for each line wherever explanation is required? Vara, sure. I'll keep it that. Okay, so this will be the question which is asked by Vishnu. Vishnu, is it clear? Because as Vishnu want this for the dynamic things, I'll keep it for that. So Vishnu, is it clear? So others also, if you have any doubts, let anytime Vishnu, no problem. If you guys are okay, if it is done, let me know, folks. Then we'll be continue with our pandas. Do you have any doubts for this problem? Folks, any doubts? All good? This too is fine? No. Okay. Then let's continue, folks. No doubt. Yes. Okay, Anudarshan. Let's continue, folks. So yesterday we started with the particular things called a pandas, and we just saw the basics method. So let me just give you the quick recap for that. We'll be importing that and directly we'll be calling the things. Okay. Import pandas as PD. That is the first step we need to do. And what both the way I'll keep the thing. Either you go ahead with your path, or either you go ahead with your name of the file. As we know, whenever we are going with the path, we need to give the we need to give the particular path fully with your name of the file, which file you need to read it. I read the file and the data. So you can observe this is my data. Okay. So today we'll be doing all the different type of manipulation of data, plus we'll be learning series and data frame in a pandas. That is a plan for a day. Now, when we just read it, this is one way to read it. Another way, you can go ahead with the, I'm just keeping as data, pd dot read csv, and directly we are just going ahead with the name of the file. That is my data set. That is netflix.csv. This will be the things which with the help of this, we are just reading the CSV file, nothing else. Okay. Whenever we are want to just read the CSV file, that particular time only we are going with this type of features there. Okay. Now, First thing, when we want to read the directly, file is not opening. No, directly we can't open. We need to give the method to open that particular thing. Either you use this one, Nishant, file name in the same folder and same location, basically not a folder, same location, your Jupyter notebook file as well as your data set. Then you can give directly the name of that. Otherwise, if you don't want to give like that, you need to keep your database anywhere. Then you need to give the full path of that. And whoever using the Google, no, we can't, Nasim, we can't use Excel file also. No, we can use .csv and JSON and all. We can't use Excel file directly here. It cannot be, Jupyter will not supported that file basically. Okay, so that is how we need to read the file. Once we read the file, the first thing we need to do, we need to check what is the information of the file. Okay, to check the information, we'll use the method called info method. Okay, just to check same data, Saurabh, we'll using the JSON file, just the mode of way of taking is different. And as we are working for this data science and machine learning concepts and all, we'll use the .csv. We are not using JSON files for that. Okay, so let's continue. So first thing, remember folks, whenever you are creating a pandas, when you are just dealing with database, we are not creating anything. We'll create with the series and data frame. But when just we are using data set to collect from the source of your client or source of your things, first thing the first step of the thing, we need to check the information of a data set, just to check what are the things are there, because you need to analyze that. So you need to read the data. So for reading and all, we need to check that. So for that, the method, as I told you, that is info. How you need to check the data, where you store it. The data is stored in a variable name data dot, the variable name can be anything, info method, and run. When you run this info method, check the particular things here. There will be a non-null values object. Those are my object. Only there will be a one particular column. The name of that release here is my integer 64. Object is nothing but your string values. Okay. So they give that what is the memory used. They use the memory 82.5.8 KB and data types in 64. Object is 11. So that is the first take every time, and that comes under C class panda score frame dot data frame. We'll learn the series and data frame because it's a 2D data. Remember, am I audible, folks? Yes, I think Vara, then I think you are facing the network issue because I connected the thing from the LAN. So maybe I'll not get that because I connected my LAN directly. So maybe it's your side issue. Please check. It can be different. That's fine, Mebret. That's not an issue. See, it's depend upon the one person to person system also. 541 plus 1. That is okay, Mebret. That's not an issue. See, the thing was when you are using one compiler and all, that's depend upon the system configuration to system configuration. Maybe you have a good system configuration, maybe 16 GB RAM or more than that. Because of that, you get your memory uses and the fast way it's happening, and some other things are not, because if you see the task manager, so many things are opening. So for me, so many things are opening also for me. That's why the users are more. So that's fine. That's not issue. It's default. But we need to check. See, for JSON, you can read like that also. There will be some more method also, Amrut, for JSON file to read it. Different methods are there. Okay. If you need it, I can discuss one day, not now, because we started with the things, Pavan. So we'll be continue with that. If needed, I'll give it to you guys. No problem. Okay. Let's continue, folks, now. No, info method is, it comes under that. See, You can use in a series also info method, that's fine, but whatever data you are taking, this is the main thing. Info method basically, understand folk and Chanchal, info method is basically here, it's used to check the information of your data set, whatever the information, because you use this info method with the data set where you store it. My data set is stored in a data method. Now what type of data method is there? What type of data set store? It's a 2D data, it's a column, right? Rows, columns are there in that data. What is this data? This data is a 2D data, right? The rows and column both are there, leveling are there. See, this is called a leveling 0, 1, 2. We'll see that how to change that when we are creating the data set. Here we are not creating the data set, we are just taking the data set and we are utilizing that. When we send that, so that gives this directly data frame, because in a pandas series will be holding the 1D data and data frame will be the 2D data. Apart from that, there is a no other data can be hold by the pandas. So that is the first step, we'll be checking that. Okay, clear till information? Why the information need to be checked? Okay, now the next steps was, if we need to check the first 5 record, if we need to check the first, sure, Chanchal. If you need to check the first 5 record, the method name is head method. Yes, head method. So, yes, Chanchal, information dear, it's nothing but dear. Whenever you are using information to check your data set, what type of data is there? Because as a data scientist, as a developer, data developer, or you are going for any domain, there will be so many domain regarding this. That is the first step you need to do. First, you need to tell what your data talk about. Is it integer data? Is it object data, float data? What exactly is there in your data? When a person was going ahead to see that, the first thing they should know what type of data you are using it. So that is the information of that. Now, suppose you are going for an interview, what is the first step you are doing? They will ask you, introduce yourself, right? What is the purpose to ask them introduce yourself? The purpose is they just want to know you first before going to anything. Ki who you are, what you done, what are the things you know. Same thing here, that data does info is nothing but just asking them, introduce your data set. This is my data set introduction. My data set has this type of columns. Columns are show ID, type, title, director, cast, country, data, added, release year, rating, duration, listed in description. In that we have a null, non-null counts, D types, everything it is there. So this is my data talk about. So that is how the data info is worked for. Question, this data is on cloud, so how to read in a Python and start work on that? See, Saurabh, it is in a cloud, but we downloaded this data set, right? Suppose it is question, data is okay. The question what you ask, Saurabh, if it is like data what you are using, that you want to save it in a cloud and use it, that exactly the question, or you're talking about this database which we downloaded? What exactly particular you are talking about? Cloud. Okay. See, yes, Saurabh, you can do that. Okay. Used to save in a cloud. Again, cloud, when you are taking it, first of all, if you are taking a Azure cloud and all, as we know that a cloud is not giving us for the free of cost. Everyone knows about the particular thing. Okay. So we know that 14 days of free trials are there, where suppose you are using to save it. Okay. You can dump your data there. Now, when you want it, you can use it. Yes, you can connect your things with the Jupyter notebook also. It's not about only you can't do that. Drives, we have a drive, right? We need to give the full particular path for the drive link also. No, Nasim, no. If you are going, I'll go one by one the doubts, folks. Okay. The first thing, the doubts are, you can use the cloud there, but again, the path of that, how you're connected to the local system, your cloud should be connected to your local system things there. There will be the connectivity. You need to connectivity, you need to do, and the address how I give here now, this particular address, I'll just show you once. This address you need to give that particular here, the address, but like path of that connectivity, you need to give that, you can do that. Otherwise, like in a, as of now, if you want to check, like if you keep the things in your drive also, you can give your drive link here, it will work. The same features in a drive path, you need to give it here, it will work. So that option is there easily. Saurabh, you can do that. There will be no issues for that. D type object is nothing but when you are using this type of things, now they are keeping as by default the D type object, okay, as an object for the string values. Okay, next is Naseem, we can't use this type of thing as a publication. When you are going with the publication, these are someone else database who they used it. If you want to use it, you need to collect your data. If you are going for publication, I'll tell you because I published 2 of my paper on machine learning and AI in 2020. So that time when I use the data, I can't download from the Kaggles and all. You need to collect your data properly from each and every sites of that. They will publish the data there. You need to collect and you need to make it and then you need to use it, because if this is database is used by someone else, you can use for your reference. You can create the thing which is not licensed versions. Once you can use it, but if you go for publication, AI triple E publication, I'm talking about Naseem, they won't allow you to use anyone else data set. They will reject your publication then. So that time you can't use it. I don't know about the local publication. I'm talking about AI triple E, which I go ahead the thing. They won't allow you to do that. It should be your own. Next, Ayush, can we connect pandas with? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. There will be, I'll tell you the way also, Ayush, how you can do that. No need for CSV format and all. Okay, there no need for that. You need to connect with your, if you're using them, I'll take example for MySQL, not NoSQL. I'm not talking about MongoDB. If you're taking MySQL Workbench, if you're using it, like when you are opening the MySQL Workbench, there will be your port number, host number, and the password, right? The particular thing. You need to give that particular thing in a connectivity. Yes, you can do that. If you need Ayush help on that, I can help you also on that. Okay, once we get a time, please show us once. Saurabh, regarding the drive, I can show you, but in regarding the cloud, I don't have it as of now. Because if you want me, then I need to create an account in a Azure, and that for that, there is a compulsory thing. You should go ahead to create a free version of that with a credit card or a platinum card. So as of now, I can show you with the drive. Combination of character. Yes, combination of character. Okay, sure. Please show us when you get time. I can show after the session. Okay, that I can plan it one day. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Naseem, sure. I'll tell you the things link. Not now. I'll by tomorrow or after by tomorrow I will share you my 2 papers publication things to you. No issues. Yes, if you have an Excel file, you need to convert in a CSV file. Okay. No, yes, Chanchal. And regarding the Ayush, your doubt regarding this one, I'll plan it one day after 9. Okay. If because in a session I don't want to disturb this thing because that is not in our curriculum. As you know, we are moving to the pandas and connectivity of Jupyter Notebook to SQL. This is not, as of now, this is not our curriculum. I can help you after 9 if you can be available. Okay. Okay, how to convert Excel file? Okay. Okay, let me just open and tell you nothing. Just save as the file as a. Okay, I'll just open one particular file here. This is just a one database, random database, and this is a CSV file. What you have to do? I think my screen is visible, right? You don't want to do anything. When you want to save as now, just save as in anywhere. Like I'm just saving the things here. You have an option save as type, right? Here you have an option called CSV. If it is an Excel sheet, you just convert that in a CSV file. Just save that file again with a CSV format. By default, it will be formatted, comma delimit. CSV file, you need to select that and then save it. That's all. You don't want to go anything to do that. Excel file, just save the file and that time save as type. They give you the option there, you need to select the CSV. It's easy to do that. There is no complication for this particular things. Okay. So let's continue, folks. We'll continue the thing. So first thing, as I told you, if you want to check the first 5 record by default, the method name is data.head. In that, you can check maximum, I think it's 50. So if you want to check 10, 20 records also, you can pass the parameter. You can get the starting things there. And now, if you want to check, last 5 records. Last 5 records. The method name is tell method. So basically tell method is used for to check the last 5 record data dot tell. Same thing, same rule, same concept will be working on that. The last 5 record. Yes, by default it's 5. And tail also by default it is 5. Now, if you want to change the by default in a parameter, pass the value how much you want it. You can pass the value, you will get it that. Sorry, Anudarshan, I'm not getting what exactly your question. Please write important comments at the same line. Yeah, I'm putting the comments here as well, which I feel it should be needed, Vara. If you observe that, because as you told you, I keep it for you. See, you can get it. If you want to check the last 5 records from database or data set, the method is tell. I think this is clear, right? Yes, tail by default. See, I'll keep it here. By default, it will give the 5 record. By default, it gives 5 records. No issues, Vara. I'll keep the thing. I think that will be help you, right? For both the thing, whatever the, see, we can't write everything here because those are the things you need to understand it. But 1-2 lines to make you comfortable, I'll keep the things, okay? Both head and tail, yes, Bhavani, I'll keep the both the things. See, for the head also method name by default, it gives the 5 records. And for the tail also by default, it's give the 5 record. But if you want to do the modifications, you can pass the parameter. Modification, pass the parameter will value. Pass the value inside the parameter. So that you can do that. If you want a 10, 20, you can pass the parameter and value inside the parameter of the method. For the head also the same thing. If you want to do the modification of that, pass the value inside the parameter. This is how head and tail method work. Clear head and tail method? Is it clear, folks? Okay. Now the next will be, see, these are the step, one step. Until the last, this step will be not leave you. For modeling also, you need to check these steps every time to check your data is perfect or not. Next will be, if you, to check your column, all the columns name from the data set. Check all the column names from data set. The method name is columns. COLUMNS, columns. That is a method name. Okay. Now, how to use that? The variable name dot columns. Now, you can see that if you use it, you will get all the columns name here. Show ID, type, title, director, cast, country, data added, release year, rating, duration, listed, and description, D-type object. So, this is the object of D-type. This will be your index of everything. Like what will be your columns? All the columns is added here. All the columns, whatever you have it, they will add. There will be one more way. Why we are not using? See, you can use the bracket also. Then it will be the index object is not callable. Basically, whenever we are using this columns and all, this will be, we call as method, but it's called as a special method, Pavan. And there will be using as a keyword also. That time we can't pass the parameter. We just use the method name there. So that will be some of the method name which we are using on that way. We need to follow the same thing like your shape and all. Like if you remember when we use ND method, shape method in NumPy, Pavan, we are not using it because there is some methods which is work like a keyword. That particular method, we won't use a parenthesis there. So the column also one of that method. Okay, there will be one more method to check this particular column, all the values we call as a key. Okay, to check the keys are nothing but the same thing. You can use any one of that. Check the keys of data set. So the method name is keys. See, keys can be used in a both way. Either you go ahead with the keys, whatever keys are there, they will be give you with the values there, or else there is a difference. If you use with the parenthesis, it will give you the all the index of the key, like how the column came. This only when you use key without the method. Keys will be the main thing for the when your data set has some key values, right? These are my key things. They are taking as a key, and this will be the value. If you remember the data frame dictionary concept, there will be the key value concept in a dictionary, right? What is the dictionary? Key value pair. Key will be the first one, that and the value will be the next one. Here they are assigning as key is nothing but your heading of that, heading of the particular things here, like what are the datas or key values are there, and inside that when I use normally key, they give all the things, what are the keys are there inside that, what are the values, null values, everything. When you use keys inside the parenthesis, they just show you the main index of that. What we can call for below mentioned thing, head, tail, and info. Okay, Vara, this is nothing but this is the way to visualize our data. The first step of that, when we have a database, how to make it in the our hand before doing any manipulation, before using any modeling, before using any visualization concept of plotting and all. We should see our data, how the data behavior, how it will be. So pandas are one thing to make sure that we are seeing the all the behavior of that. That is the main thing of this thing, Vara. Okay. Are keys and column? Yes, it is like a similar thing, keys and column. Okay. This much is clear. Shall we proceed? Yes. The next method is, if you want to check the shape of your data set. Shape of the data set. Same method what we use for NumPy, method name is shape. So data dot shape. See, this is my shape of my data set, 8 by 0, 7 and 12. Can you mention after keys that is called? I didn't get you, Vara, what exactly you are asking. Both are same. Yeah, all both are same exactly. Okay. Okay, I'll keep it here. Yeah, I'll keep it here. But how we can where we can give, or when, see, those are the predefined, Bhavani. That is comes under with the practice. Okay, that's okay, Vara, I already added. See, that with the practice it's come. Okay, there will be no rule to get at this thing ki what will be there. So you need to remember this thing ki when you use keys, it will be a bracket. When you use shape, we should not bracket. That you need to remember that. In a practice, you will get remember of that. Now how much you practice it now, this will be in your, see, now what happened, if you the thing, it will be in my like a flow. How much you practice in your mind will be going ahead with the flow, like that. So this is how you need to go ahead. There is no other option. When we clean the data at initial stage for or after all operation, see, that is, Nashim, your wish. You can, I go ahead with the still the thing because I need to check all the null values and unique values. That's why I didn't clean the data. And if you are the things you want the data cleaning first, you can clean and then you go ahead with this thing. Yes, that is a good one. That is a good practice basically. But I didn't clean it because if I clean it, I'll not see all the null values, or I need to use a fill any values there. So to use that, I didn't clean the data still, because that I'll go for the next step to go ahead with all the data cleaning step. But as a good practice, clean the data, then use this thing. Okay. Because when we are working on the model, that time I will clean the data first, then I will go ahead with this thing. But we code something in the syntax, we'll get to know from the output, right? I didn't get you, Vara. What exactly, what doubt? Okay. Vara, go ahead with the proper way. Na? I'll give you the answer for that. Till this much, folks, any doubts? No. Okay, let's continue. Next will be if you want to check the shape. Yeah, I change it there. In info, it shows not null column. So does not mean cannot have null. No, that is the not meaning Ritika. See, not null means they are just using what type of features, like in SQL and all we are using, right? Not null. The things are there. But there is a lots of null values. We'll get to know. We'll check that also. Any duplicate values or null values are there or not. Okay. The next operation will be checking that distinct values in each row or a columns in the data. Distinct means any unique values are there or not. Distinct values are there or not. Okay. To check the distinct value, the method name is to check the distinct values. Method name is unique. Unique method. Okay. The data dot unique. Sorry, that method name is ununique. Okay, it's not ununique. Number of unique. Yes, ununique. So if you observe it, they give it the things. So ID 8807 is ununique. To title is 8807, number of the value. Whatever the distinct values are there, they just calculate it and then give it to you. So this is the method to use for the distinct value. Now, if you want to check the dimension of that, the same method how we use for the NumPy to check the dimension, ndim method. To check the dimension of the data set. Data.ndim method. It's 2D matrix, right? Because we are using rows and column. Already we saw data frame. Now, if you want to check the size of the data set, size of the and represent the n unique. Yes, number of unique. Yes, unique means there will be those value will be not repeated or with there is no similar type of things are there. That's called a unique. And n unique means number of uniques. It's like not duplicates, like not similar values. Like same, suppose it's minus s Soundarya, pp's stand for my last name Paul. So somewhere sometime happen, right? The last name will be similar for the people. So Paul. So that's how they're giving. No, this is a unique one. We won't get in a other value. So that number of unique values count, they give it here. Size of the data set. Now the next method is size of the data set, and the method name is size itself. Mostly, yeah, real-time data, Bhavani, it's 2D only. We won't use 1D that much also. If you are creating, then we're creating 1D, 2D, but mostly we collect in an Excel sheet itself. As you guys told, you already, suppose you already work on the SQL part. If you are already done with the SQL, then you get to know SQL also, we are creating the row tables, right? Row column tables there. Okay, you guys doesn't start it, right? The SQL, then fine. When you learn the SQL, then you get to know. When you learn the SQL now, we are creating the data base basically in a SQL. Then we used it in a pandas like Jupyter notebook. We connected and we just work on that, because here what happened, we are not creating, we are just downloading. The creation of database in a SQL, it's happened. Okay, for some people SQL is over, some people not over. No worries, that will be differ. But I can guide you in that way how we can be connected. So further, when you move to whoever not done for the SQL, they can also understand. It is there. I think you can check your LMS. It is there. Not things will be going ahead. Don't worry. Okay, how to get those unique values? just to use this method name data dot, okay, you can't see that directly. We don't have option to see all these unique values and all. Then you need to go ahead with the checking of each and everything in a database. This is a methods to give you the numbers and all. If you are the one, the creation of a database, if you are using SQL to create it, then you can see that all the unique value, you can keep it as a primary key, foreign key. Those are the concept. I don't want to dig in too much on that. That's a different concept in SQL. I don't want to go ahead, guys, that better, because if I go ahead with that, that is a different concept. Okay, our things are different. That is different. That's how we created the databases in a SQL and we dumped it in a Jupyter notebook. Connectivity, if you ask me, as Ayush asked me, I told after 9, I can give it to you, that connectivity, you can use it. I can help you, but now we go ahead with our way. Okay, folks, we are not digging to SQL. Nishan, I will help you, okay, with the path. As of now, go ahead with this, just with the name of that. Last 5-10 minutes, I will keep for the discussion. That time I'll help you for this. No issues. Yeah. Yes, it is a 2-dimensional data set only, as well as with the keys, we get to know all the keys of the values, what are the things are there, we can check on that. Now let's continue with that. To check the size of the data set, we use the method name is size itself, data.size. This is my size, that is 105684. That is the values of that. Now the next operation will do, we need to check the duplicates values inside the database. To check duplicate values in the data set. So whenever you are working on this thing, you need to do all these operations because you need to check all this method. The method name is duplicate. Okay, duplicate method. Basically, duplicate method is used to check the duplicate. What is the size number belongs to any unit? No, that is a value. How many? What is the value of your database? Means you have 10,000, 1 lakh. Yeah. So you have a data 105684. Yeah. This much data is there of your data set. That is the value they give. Number of records. Yeah, you can take it that way. Or rows count. Yes, you can take it that way. So let's continue with duplicates now. Data dot duplicated. Okay, the method is duplicated. Sorry, I forget to put it here. D. Yeah, data dot duplicated. So here you can see the one thing. That's why the length is 8807. How many? And D type is bool, because I just use this method. False means there is a duplicate values. Okay, true. False and true. So to get the proper duplicates values and all, it is there or not. The main thing is whenever use this, use the predefined method called sum. That will sum of all the duplicates and it will give you the result, that is 0. There is no false, mean there is nothing is there. If it is true, there will be using the two things, true and false value. Okay, true value and a false value. So basically when you use true means duplicates values are there. I'll keep it here the meaning. Okay, duplicate values are there, and false means no duplicates value. So when you just use this one, it gives all the false, then length will be there. What is the length? 8807, D type of bool. Now, when you use of sum means how many duplicates value they got. Suppose here is 5. They will add 1, 2, 3 because every rows different duplicates can be there. 1, 2, 3 like that they will count and they give the value. In my data set, there is no duplicates. So no worries about that. This is how we need to check the duplicates and try to use most of the time dot sum to get the proper value. You can use this also, this fine. Now, suppose you got a duplicate, how to remove? We'll see that too. As of now, first we go ahead with the null value. Then we'll see together how to remove null values And if duplicates values are there, how we need to drop the duplicate value. In this data set, I don't have it, but suppose you have the duplicate value there. So next option is you need to drop or remove the duplicates value from the data set. And now we'll check what. This is the row count Vara. If you observe, this is my data set, right? Let me go up. This is the data set row count. Level, basically the level 0, 1, 2. I told you, right? The Python pandas has a leveling concept, which NumPy doesn't have. We can change the level. By default, the leveling start from 0, 0, 1, 2. Series number, you can take as a sequence number, not series number, sequence number. Okay. Sum, basically, Ayush, sum is just used for summation of all the duplicates value. Here what happened, I don't have any duplicates value. It is all like false and true. All false. There is no duplicate. So that's why sum they give 0. But suppose there will be some rows where the true are there. So they will count 1, 1 and they will submit that. Okay. They will generate. If it is duplicate values are there, that method is by default used for that purpose bar. If it is any duplicates, you can check with any other data base. In this database, we don't have it. We'll check. There is one more database we downloaded, right? We check that database also. If there is any duplicates values, it will be giving you as a true here. And when you sum it, you'll get some sum of value of that duplicate. Yes, I use only true value. They will count as a duplicates and then they will submit 1, 2 like that. There is no duplicate, so that's why they give us 0. That's how duplicate method work. Clear, everyone? Yes, 1 means 1 duplicate, 5 means 5 duplicate value, 6 means 6 duplicate value. Shall we get the columns in which duplicate values are there? No, we won't get a column name, Vara. We just get that the number of duplicates, how many number of duplicates are there. We won't get the column names and all. No. When you check this, you will get the sequence number. Yes, you will get here sequence number is 0, true, 1, 2. That you will get it when you use this type of methods. But when you use a sum, you just get a sum of all the duplicates values. If it is a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, that's default. We don't want to change it. That series or is the sequence number. We don't want to change it, Joginder. But yes, we'll be learning that how to give the leveling also when we'll go ahead with the series and data frame concept. Still, we are not going with that. We are just working on our database to do the manipulation. That time I will show you how to give the leveling also. This is just a leveling. By default, leveling is 0. Start from 0, but we can change it when we create it. This is we won't create, we can't change. But we can remove that also. How to calculate? Some will calculate by their self. Like how many times they got a true value, they will count as a 1 and then they added that. That is the purpose of your sum. Addition. Sum is used for what purpose? Addition. Those are the by default methods or predefined methods. Got it, everyone? Shall we proceed? We'll see the null value. Yes, okay. Next one will be to check the null values. To check the null values, we are using a method called isNull. Okay, so method name, the same thing, dot isNull. If you use direct method like that, you will get all true, false. Same concept here also. See, there is lots of null values are true. Will be means, I'll keep it here. True means null values are present. Present. False. No null value. If you observe, there will be lots of null values are there because I didn't remove it, because we need to see that what are there and then we'll be working on that. So lots of null values are there. So here also you can do one thing. You can check the sum of that. Dot sum. Now, if you observe that when I summed it, I get to know which heading, how many null values. So main null values will be mine in this 4 and then rating and duration. Director had 2634 null values, cast at 825 null values, country is 831, data added is 10, rating is 4, duration is 3. This is how we'll be checking as the null values. null values of particular things there. And then if you want to check the description of your parameter, description of that, I'll just keep it that one last method, which call as description of your, or describe the parameter, or description of your data set. We used a method called describe. So data dot describe. Sorry, it's describe method. Basically, describe method will give you for the statistic purpose to count mean, standard, median, 25%, 50%, describe the particular things for that. So that is the purpose of your describe method. When you use it, what are the things are there, and that will be only work for the integer data type. That's why if you observe, it's just give for your release here, not for everything. So when you use the describe method, it is used for the statistic methodology, as well as it's work with the numeric value. It's work with numeric value, and it gives all your count, mean. These are the things it will be giving to you. Count, mean, standard, mean, median. Basically, those are the things. Mean, then the percentage and max. So this is how all the predefined methods which we used it when we are going ahead with that. And here there is a two disadvantage. We'll solve it. That is, if it is a null value, there is a two option. Either you need to drop all the null values, either you need to fill all the values with some values. There is a two method we'll discuss now. And if you have a duplicate values, okay, suppose you have a duplicates value, how to drop the duplicates values also, because your data should not have a duplicate value, your data should not have a null values. There is a lots method. We'll discuss the importance one, which we most work in a models and all. Those are the method. As a data analysis, you should have this method in your code. That is a compulsory thing. So that's why I give the most of the important method to you. Can you elaborate? Sure, Vara. Basically, methods. Yes, Nishan. Can you method we used in variable and describe? Can this method we used for all? Yeah, you can use for all the variables and decide. If it is in a pandas, we can use that. In NumPy also it will be worked. Not for everything. Remember that if the method is depend upon the pandas, so it will be work on pandas. If it is a depend upon NumPy, it will work on NumPy. So that in mind, you need to keep it and it will work. And Vara, regarding your question regarding the describe, it's nothing but it will describe the weight of your particular numeric value. So numeric value is also release here. In the release here, what is the count, how many values are there, and mean, what is the mean of that. They will find the calculate, how to calculate the mean. The formula, right, we used to learn in a mathematics, like we'll be learning in the statistic concept also. That is also there in our curriculum, statistic and probability, and there we'll be learning like how the mean to be find, and then standard deviation, then the minimum 25% of that 50. So with the formula, they're finding all the values and given to you. This is my description for my numeric value. Object, we can't describe it the things there. For this, we are describing with the statistical methodology. That's why I keep it here, statistical methodology. As of now, Vara, just understand, with the formula of mean, median, minimum, we are using to find out the value of description of the particular numeric thing. In a future session, when we are learning the statistic, we'll dig in too much how to use a mean, median, and mode, basically. So describe work only for the column with the yes, that's why I keep it as a numeric value. Yes, Ayush, only the numeric value, only integer, or we can use a float also, but not apart from that. There is two column with a numeric will describe separately calculate. Yes, separately. I'll do one thing, okay, because we use one database now. I think we yesterday we downloaded one more database, if I'm not wrong. So we'll take that database also. Yes, there will be the database conversation prediction. We'll see this database has the two numeric value or not. If it is there, we can do this thing and we can see that like the changes on that. Yes, we can do all this. If you have a 3, 4, it will be divide the 3, 4 and give the value. I'm just reading this database. Yeah. Oh, we have lots of numeric values here. Okay, let me check first. df.info. Oh my God. All are integer float, okay? All are integer and all. So I'll just use this thing, describe, okay, with the df. See, I think this will be pretty clear, this one. I have all the integer values here. If you observe, this is only integer and float. There is no object. So they give all the values medium things. This is unnamed features. This is a one bad thing we should not have. We need to remove this also. For this data set, there will be one more. See, every database has their own different type of, we'll be working on lots of database, don't worry. Every model will be working different database, folks. This is our first two data set which we started. Every data set has some issue. This is like unnamed, we should not have. We'll drop that. I'll show you how to drop the columns, how to drop one by one. If you jump directly, you will not able to grab it. Go slowly, but understand the concept properly. So this is will be that particular thing. And here also we can check the duplicate. Let's check the duplicates, because the last column, as we see, there is no duplicates values, right? Already shared, Indra. This data set already shared. I uploaded in a drive also. If you want me to share here, there is no duplicate here also. Let me share, Indra, if you want it here. I'll set the file here also. 1 second. Yeah, file is shared. So this is how, yeah, this has lots of change name. I didn't get you, Joginder. What is the change name? Okay, you are talking about this. Okay. Thank you so much. I didn't check it. That also, it's no duplicates. I think I changed that. Thank you. Thank you, Ayush. Thank you, Joginder. I got to know what is that. So df.duplicates also doesn't have any duplicates value. So that's fine. It's depend upon the databases, duplicates is there or not. Their database doesn't have it. We can check with the is null also. Any null values are there or not. There is less null values. This data set is quite good. When I rename page, it says except recommend missing a post. Just asking. Okay. Yes, Anchal. Chanchal, let me know what is the question. Sorry, I didn't get you. Ma'am, duplicates mean, okay. Duplicates means, na, like suppose my last name is Paul, okay. Last name is Paul. So Paul, if it is a last name, some people has the same last name, Paul. So that means a duplicate, similar values are there. So that's called a duplicate here. You can change it. It's not an issue. You're not doing it in a proper way. See, if you want to go ahead, file, C1 startup, just rename the file here. Pandas, suppose I'm giving it pandas DA. Done. It's changed. Just rename the file properly. If you properly rename the file, it will work, sort of. I just rename for you. Yeah, I'll give now. If it is this much is clear, Vishnu, I know that I'll give a 5 minutes of break. Don't worry. Because we are in a flow, I don't want to break that. So, folks, this is clear this much. Any doubts till now? No, no doubts. Okay. Take a 5 minutes of break, come back, we'll continue. I'll be here itself. If you have any doubts, others, please go ahead. Others who want to take a break, just go ahead for 5 minutes of break, come back. Basis of duplicacy can be anything. Like it's depend upon your if it is an object, then it's depend upon the object. If it is an integer, it's depend upon the integer. It will be so many things. It's not about one particular thing. Okay, good to go, after then. You're clear that I'm happy for that particular thing. I want you guys to be clear properly. So basically, if I talk about the duplicacies and all, it's depend upon see, if it is an integer value, it's depend upon the integer value. If it is an object, it's depend upon the object value. They will give you the things, and because they have some restriction and rules inside the method, so they will follow that. And then is it like that row has to be not full row, the particular field of that value can be, it's not about full row and column, it's single. They are taking as a particular values there, single values. With that, they will see that. Screen down, please. Yeah, sure. Where you want me to stop here? Can you open the file by path so that I can copy the same? Yeah, sure. I'll copy the path. 1 minute, huh? I'll copy the path. See, who's that who asked me regarding the path? Nishant, I'll show it here. Go to that. My file is in my here. So I just see the path here. This is my path. Okay, let me just, yeah. So I just copy the path first. This is the path. I copied it. Go back to the file, Nishan. And here, df equals to read CSV, pd.read CSV, path name, and then I'll give the name, okay? Once again, folks, I'll go ahead with one by one issues. It's run, huh? See, this will be the path. Fine, Nishan. I give the path. With that also, I keep it your data, so you can go ahead. Ma'am, will be working each data set at a time or not work with two data? One data set at a time. Now I'm showing two because you should get a more of favor of that. At a time, one data set. Bit more down. Which one you wanted? Down or up? Yeah, I can help Sachin regarding the Django also. Yes, regarding the Django, basically we are using for the front-end purpose and all with the Python. So I can help. Yeah, I already work on that. But I will be mostly working on the backend part regarding the data analytic part with the AI, ML, all those things. And as well as I work with the SQL also because the databases. That's why I told directly I can help you on that. For Django also I work, but not that much. But I can help you because the front end work of our Python. So for some purpose, I used to work for the preparing our front end to connect with the Python and all. So I can help a little bit on that. I uploaded everything, Sayed. I'll share it again. You have to give file. What is a Flask? Which was seems quite popular. See, Ayush, the Flask and all, it's just about like, see, I'll tell you one thing. This type of concept regarding the Flask, there will be one more thing, like, if I'm not wrong, that is some Windows. 1 second, Ayush. Let me just recall it. Yeah, uh, if I just forget the another name for the Flask, there is a one more things which we used to go the Windows validation. Something is there. I wish basically those are the things. Now those are like a framework regarding the when you are working on that. Mostly this type of concept we use in a big data concept when the databases are there. In a big data, when we are working on a Spark and all, if you heard about the Spark and all, that time those type of things are mostly we are working on that because that gives us the particular things to go ahead with that, like where we are getting the particular thing, the large data to manage with the Spark and all that time, the Flask concept, and there will be sliding window. Yeah, now I got to know. I just recall my thing. Yes, Ayush, there will be one more concept called sliding window. Sliding window and Flask both are like a similar type, but there is a difference out there. So those two are mostly we use in a Spark methodology and all. There we have a large data set where we need to manage that, and those are the one which help us to do the division of the framework. So that is used for Flask as well as your sliding window concept. Those are the concept regarding the framework, Ayush. But that you we won't use that much in a with only Python. We use with the Spark with Python. Lambda is already done, right? It's like a Lambda function, which you guys are going with the function that already it is going with the Lambda function. Okay, Ayush, got it. Okay, done, folks. Break is done. Yes, that's what I'm waiting. Everyone come back from break. Okay. Okay, got it. So let's continue with the thing. The first two more things we'll be discussing now. As I told you, when we have a drop values, like now, first of all, as we check the duplicates are there or not. After that, we saw that no duplicates. Okay, fine. If there is some null values, we already checked the null values are there, is null dot sum. So my null values are there. So I need to remove the null values there or replace it. So if you want to fill or replace the null values with some value, then the method name is fill na. Method name is fill na. So now in a df dot fill na, I can pass the particular thing what I want. I wanted suppose 0. Take as example. Fill na means we are filling the value wherever we don't have the values. Basically, after fill na is a method which is used to, the value can be any, used to fill the value in an empty place, used to fill the value in the empty place. Empty place. That is the meaning of your fill na method. So I just fill the values here with a 0. You can use 10 also. Your wish. You can observe the changes there when you just fill the thing. But more columns have null value, that how can we pass a particular column? See, fill na method, it will give it. See, we can't go with the one. Remember one thing, Shivasab, there is a lots of data. You can't go with a manually one column. That's not possible for us. If you go manually, it takes a lot of time. Then you need to go ahead with the manual process. Apart from that, if you want to fill it all the value with a particular thing, how the Excel and all, we need to select the filter option. If you observe that filter option, we select the particular column name and then we change it in that key. Wherever the name called Paul Kim, we'll change it with the Roy. Here, there is no option like that. We need to go ahead with the change it in a fill na to give the particular value there. Okay, but yeah, in a modeling, we'll do those things also. As of now, we are doing it wherever the values are empty, we need to fill with some value. That value you need to decide which value you need to fill it that. This is how we are doing it for the particular databases. Got it? Can you fill the unknown? Yes, you can. No, if it is a different, yes, it will be giving the value. If it is a different data types also, it will be giving with that particular things. That's not an issue for the data type. You can use 0.0 also. That's how the fill na. Now, if you want to drop the null values, if you want to drop the null values, the method name is drop na. Okay. How you used it? df dot drop na. It's just dropped it. Okay, Saurabh, when we fill the value, yeah, it will be giving with your compile time, the filling the particular things when you are filling it, because we are filling it in the particular time, particular thing. And when we want to change our database, we can do it. That is also how the particular thing. Then we are keeping the another, go ahead with the particular things, Yogendra, or as of now, we are doing data cleaning. Yes, we are doing the data cleaning only. Yeah. Now we are going with the drop. This fill will be filling the value in the compile time, the running time itself. It will not update to your Excel sheet. There is a different way to do that. We'll do it in a modeling when we do go ahead with that. As of now, we are just doing updating in a compile time. We are not touching that to our database to change it, because that we are doing when it's a real-time databases. We are taking it, doing the modeling there. We are just going ahead to check what are the null values or in duplicates are there. If it is there, we need to drop it. That's how we are going with the drop NA method, the fill NA method. Those are the by default method. With the help of that, we are checking it. But if you want to do this thing, fill NA, drop NA, you can do reading time also. If you remember the yesterday I show you, when you read the value, just use this method, it will be happen. So that your wish, guys, how you need to go ahead with a particular thing to manage it. Clear? Okay. See, clean, yes, we are still in a cleaning. We are doing this, we are just learning what exactly the thing, and then we move to the how to clean the particular thing. That's what we done it till now. Okay, do you need to do with DF only? No, it's not about DF. Yes, ma'am, clear all the okay. Bhavani, it's not about DF. It's just my database storing name. You can use of anything instead of data. You can use data also. This is both the different data set. Both the different data set name, folks, don't confuse both the different. I just dropped that. Both the different fill in method and then eastern sum, but sum is not zero. Have I missed something? Let me check it here. Okay, do one thing. Yeah, understood what happening. When you are reading that particular, we are not storing that again for that. We are doing at a particular time there, no? So when we keep it here, now just see one small thing that you need to guys add it. Okay, add this thing. So what happened, you are trying to do it that, but you're not storing somewhere, so that's why it's not updating. I just store it in data. Now see, it's 0. The same thing for df as you told, right, Ayush, just do one thing. Just when you are doing this fill na, just store it df equals to fill na. Okay, and then you just add one extra file and df, and then again you check now is null one here. So df dot is null, just store it that. If you're not storing, it will not giving the particular thing, sum of that. So you can get, you got all the 0. It is 0, all 0, Ayush. Yeah, all 0. Folks, whoever, but it's a good question, Ayush, because I didn't add it to show you. So suppose you guys are not getting 0, just do small modification. When you are doing this fill in and all, store it in a df, same name, you just store it in that, and then check, because it should be stored somewhere, or else it will not update it in your list. So it's updated. All my things are 0. Either use fill, out of this two, use one, guys, don't use both the thing. Yes, it's just a variable name, that's all, Jokendra. Use fill na or drop na, both are same purpose. You need to pick up your thing. Folks, any doubts till now? Is it clear this much? Then we'll move to the new topic. This will be due for the data cleaning. That is the first step. Okay. Good to go? Okay. So now then I'll be starting the crystal clear. Okay. Then good. Now I'll be starting. Okay. You guys told me to use paint. So I'll try to use paint because of your requested. I won't use that much, but let me try. Okay. Now I'll just go ahead to explain you the concept called your two things. As I told you, we'll be having now after data cleaning and all, it's fine. We are taking the things there. But here also we can create the particular things there. Now, which means that suppose I need to create a 1D array, 2D array. Yes, we can create it. There is also options called create the particular things. So we can create the particular things there. So that is also up. Also option is there. So first thing what we have to learning that we need to go ahead with the two concept. Sachin, I'll check once again. Let me just discuss concept. Then at last, I'll keep it for 5-10 minutes for the discussion. So I will check your system. No issues. Okay. As I started, let me just go ahead on that. So here will we go. Okay. So here we'll be going ahead with the things called pandas has a two ways. Okay. We called two ways of particular thing. This two ways we are using for pandas concept, because when you want to create a database, pandas also help to create a database. Database shortcut is DB. Now, as we are using a SQL, right? SQL is also used for that particular purpose, to create a database. And pandas also used for the create a database. And for the create a database, you have both the option for pandas 1D and 2D. More than that, we don't have any other option. If you want to go ahead with 1D, either go ahead with the 1D, or either you go ahead with the 2D particular thing. That are only the two option when you are working on the pandas. Now, apart from that, we can't do anything in the pandas. There will be the two things what we'll be doing in the pandas, that is called a series and a data frame. Series and a data frame. That is a two thing we'll be working on the pandas. When I talk about the series, that is nothing but that is a one-dimensional array. That is called a one-dimensional array. And when I talk about the data frame, that is called a two-dimensional array. So mostly we are working on the, in a real time, we are working on the 2D, because that gives us the row column view. Row column view means nothing but a table format view, which we are working on SQL as well. Table view, it will be giving us the row column with the data table, data fields and all. So today we'll be discussing about only series, we'll be taking care. Tomorrow we'll be going ahead with the data frame. Now, first thing, when we are talking about, let me just clear this one. Okay, this is 1 second. Okay, 1 minute, folks. Okay, increase the eraser. That's what I'm doing. 1 second. Give me a minute. You guys, okay, 1 second. I got something from you guys. Let me just read the issue. Okay, Nasim, use a P. Okay, you are okay with if I go ahead with the PPT? Folks, you guys want me to keep it the PPT for you? If you guys are okay, I'll keep it. That not an issue. I feel it like PPTs, but this is better than the PPT. That is my way of thinking. And if you guys wanted a PPT to be there, let me know. I can plan it that way also. That's not an issue. Yeah, that's my personal choice also. Keep PPT, I won't like to go ahead, because I feel that is just like a reading things. I don't want that to be happen. I want you guys also contribute in the session, and I'll go ahead with that. That would be two-way communication. I don't like a one-way communication, because you should grab it the thing. It's not about only reading things, because you can also read it. That should not be there in the live sessions and all. But that's again, it's if you guys interested on that, let me know. I can plan it according to that. So let me continue, folks, as of now. End of the session, let me know about that, okay? So today I just managed with that, because this is how I go ahead. So now I'll be starting with the first concept of your pandas called a series, which is we called as a 1D, one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array. Now, basically, what do you mean by the series and all? Series, as I told you, is just working as a one-dimensional array, which contain a different data type. Which contain a different data type. Different data type, which is used for a different data type. Yes, Jogendra, got your point. That same I also thought it in that way. So different data type we are keeping at that, and series can be hold at the same way. Now, how to create a series? We'll be using a keyword called a series. Sure, Naseem. I'll taking off your input also. Sure, Naseem. Thanks for your input, and I'll take your input, and surely I will use it in my session as well. Thanks for your suggestion, Naseem. Okay, for the series, we use a keyword called a series keyword, which is used to create a particular thing. So as of now, first let's create a empty series. Okay, empty series. For that, the syntax will be series name. So you can give any name of the series. So I'm giving as series 1 equals to PD is compulsory because it comes under that. PD means you need to import pandas as PD. PD dot series blank. This is nothing but a empty series which we won't give anything. By default, series will hold a float value, float data type. By default, series will hold a float data type. And syntax of the series, when you are using the parameter of the particular thing, this parameter hold it the 3 value: data, comma index, comma type, D type. Basically, D type is nothing but your data type. This is the 3 things always series will hold whenever you are giving it. Give first your data, give the index value and the D type. D type is not compulsory. It's depend upon you, how you need to give the things there. So this is how we are using the series concept in our pandas. Let's just dig into the Jupyter notebook and create it. Then you will get a more clarity. Basically, series is nothing but we use for a one-dimensional array to create it using a pandas. Okay. So let me just dig into the Jupyter notebook now. Okay. So let me just go ahead and create a series with a different features. It is used. I'll keep small notes as Vara requested. Vara, for you, I'm keeping the notes. Okay. I think it will help you. It is used for 1D array which contain the same or different data type. Data types. Okay. And I'll keeping the syntax also. Key, if you want to just check with that, you can keep it that. The syntax will be nothing but the series name, equals to PD dot series, S capital series, the bracket, and the parameter you need to have it the 3 things inside the parameter. Like if I keep it as a series, inside that data, comma, index, comma, D type. That will be inside the parameter. So data will be nothing but your, if I talk about the data, as remember guys, data will be nothing. This is just whether you enter a data or not. That will be the values or data. That will be your data. Index will be nothing but your, the index of the series, index of the series. And then you have a D type, that is will be your object type of that. Particularly, what is the type of that object? Object type, either it is integer, take as example, it is integer, or it is float, or etc. Whatever the type. And remember one thing, by default, series will be float. Series stores data type. Series used as a float data type. Series hold, or you can keep it hold as a float data type if you won't keep anything. So that was the meaning of your series. in your pandas. Okay. Anytime, Vara, no issues. Then let's create a empty series for this. So we'll just create a empty series. Okay. For creating an empty series, we need to give the series name. I'm giving a series name as series 1 equals to PD. Already we imported, so I'm not importing again. PD dot series. See, this is a warning they give because default data type is empty series will be there. So let me just see. Float 64. As I told you, if you won't give anything, it will be give you the float 64. That is the empty series of the particular thing. Okay. Now, first thing, how to check that it is what? We know the type method. Let me check with the type of series 1. See, they give the type of that. What is that? Pandas dot co series dot series. You get to know this is my series. This is just a pandas thing. It's not a normal one. So this is how you can check the particular things there. Now, we'll create an array to a series. The first operation we'll be doing here will be creating a, just create a one-dimensional array as a data set. That is the use of series Saurabh in a pandas. It is used to create a one-dimensional array as a database data set. How we are doing for NumPy. That is a purpose to use series in a pandas. Got it, Saurabh? To a series. The first operation will doing that. Now here what you have to do, take a value name. Okay. Now here we need a both the things. So I'm importing first. So now onwards, remember that if you want to create an array and all in NumPy and pandas, both need to be imported. NumPy as NP, you need to import pandas as PD. Slowly, this will be increased. Now together you import it. When we move to visualization after pandas only, we'll move to visualization. Then it will be increased 2, 3 more. So habituate with that. Your importing can be increased. Both are increased because I need to create an array first. Because the first operation I'm going with the create an array to a series. Converting an array to a series, you can take as or create an array to a series. So np.array. And just we are going to create a 1D. Okay. And after creating that, I'm keeping that in my, I'm just converting that PD dot series of ARR. See, this is array. I convert that in a SCR also. So you can check SCR. This is my series. See that I just want to show you the main difference on that. That's why I keep you the both. You can feel it, the flavor of a NumPy array and a, here if you observe, I use here NumPy array, NumPy 1D array, and this will be the pandas 1D array. Both are array, 1D array. Now, when we see only ARR, you can observe they give the things called 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 index values are there, right? Here, what is the difference? The difference will be they added the labels here. That is called a leveling concept with the values. So pandas is a plus point. It takes the more larger value. If you remember the yesterday session, as I told you, pandas use a larger volume of data set, larger volume of data set as well as level. You can see the proof of that. This is my leveling. We can change the level. By default, leveling start from 0. So if you observe that the database is, let me just clear it. Whatever the database is, we are keeping it upside here. See this one 0, 1, 2. This is nothing but your leveling. That is just a level of that 0, 1, 7. These are the levels which if we are creating also, then also it will give you the levels. This is how basically we are using a particular level on that. So this is how we are converting it. Now we'll be creating a basic series directly without doing anything with the index value, and we are changing the level of that. This is nothing but your level we call as an index. Can you say series is nothing but a column in an Excel sheet? Yes, Sachin, you can take that. Now we'll be creating the series without taking array and all, with changing of your levels, means changing of your index. How we'll do that? Give the series name, that is compulsory, pd.series. Now again the same rule follow, brackets and all, okay? Rules are not changed. I'm giving the value. Now after that, index will be the method equals to whatever you give the index, that will change the level. If you have a 5 value, give the 5. I'm giving the index as a comma b. It's a string, so double quotes, okay? C D E. I give the value, and again you have one more thing, d type, if you want to give. I don't want to give the d type. CR1. See the leveling. And if you keep this, I'll keep both the thing, you will see the difference on that. Both the things are same, right? Here the difference is this will be my, I want to change my leveling. To change a leveling, just use a method name called index. To change the level, we'll use the method name called index. To change the level, we used the method called index, okay? And it will be the same. If you have a 5 values, we need to go ahead with the 5 values, 5 index level values. This is how you can change the leveling, as well as you can give the data type also, okay? I'll keep it here. 3 parameter we have it. D type equals to int64. So both the parameter we keep. Okay, already it is 64. I'll keep it in 32. Is 32. Okay, I change the parameter. This is how you can use it. All these 3 parameters, just now what I talk about that, this is the 3 parameters which we used it in that. One is your data, second one is your index, and third one is your d type. So this is the 3 parameter which we work on the particular thing in a series. Okay, clear folks? Any doubts till now? Good to go? Shall we continue? Okay. Down, please. This much is fine, Vavani? Okay, I'll wait 2 minutes because I know people want to go ahead with that. Go ahead with this. After this, we'll see how to convert dictionary to a series, because dictionary has key value pair. How we'll keep that, how it's work. Mostly in a series and all, now when we have a leveling and all, dictionary will be the best option to keep it the thing. So we'll see that. Go ahead with this thing and let me know if you have any doubts. In array, length is larger than how to provide an indexing. See, when we are creating the array, if you want to give the indexing, don't want by default, you need to count that array length and give the particular thing. Srivastava, there is one more option, the dynamic time for loop. You can use for loop and generate one by one the things there. That also you can do it if you want to do the don't want manually, automatically. Or else manually, there is no other option, Srivastava. If it is a 1020, you need to give the 1020 index value by manually. Or else use for loop. You can put it the iteration loop there, 2-3 things there. You can just looping, you can use it to provide one by one. That is one option to do that. Otherwise, this is the only option. Sure. So folks, we'll see one more thing in our series now. I'll wait 1 more minute. Let's you guys are comfortable with this, and let me know if you have any doubts. We'll see dictionary to how to convert dictionary to a particular series, because we observed that array to convert series is like a same way we just converted. Now, if you have a key value pair, so what will become for a key? What will become for the value? Rahul, you raise your hand. You have doubt. Is it Rahul? Okay, no issues. Okay, how can we change the leveling in the database we have like in Netflix? In a database and all, the if you want to change the particular leveling and all, again, you can do that. It's not like that. And again, the index, but that we can't do directly here. Like that time we have a gradients, things, methods, then we have some leveling concepts out there. But as of now, in a pandas, we are not doing all those particular thing. That is an advanced version of things. We can do the changes on the particular thing if we wanted, because it's a big database. We can't do that much to be. We can change the columns names and all particular thing. But the level side, we won't touch that, because either you dropped it, and if you go at which touch that, it will be maybe we lost the data set. In a real time scenario, if you observe that, yeah, columning, we can change the columns names and all. We can do those things. It's just to show you key. If you want to change it float integer, Harshita, I keep it there because this is a 3 parameter to show you that either you go ahead with a single parameter, that also you can go ahead. You can go ahead with both the parameter with like data and index, and you can go ahead with both the 3 parameter. Harshita, basically series using the 3 parameters. So I want to show you the all the 3 parameter. That's why I keep it there. Understood, dear? Is it clear? Okay. So now we'll be going with the another conversion of that, converting dictionary to a series. Okay. Yes, it will change. Yes, because we are giving that. So now we are converting the dictionary to a series. So we'll take a dictionary first. How we are taking the value, colon, and the name. I'm keeping as Python. I'll keep 5 values. Huh? The practical thing as per the real-time scenario in the industry. See, those Vara, I got your point. Basically, whatever we are going now, that's are the concepts now. Because in a this all the things we are using in a visualization. In a industries also, when we got a things, projects and all, we need to visualize the data mostly as a data scientist, I'm talking about the field of the data scientist. As when we got a projects and all, the first job of the things of that, we need to go through that database and we need to format it properly. What are the things are there, we need to tell what is the issue on that, how we need to rectify that, how we need to improve that for the efficiencies, for the accuracy, for the app scores and all, we need to increase that. And the manipulation of the data, we have only two options, NumPy and Pandas in Python. So we need to use that. And whatever we are learning, that is a methodology of a pandas. It's not meaning, Vara, you need to use all the methodology when you are working on the visualizations or when you are working with the model accuracy. Everything is connected to each other. Some of the concept will be using depend upon the project to project. Suppose my project is to just visualize the concept of our COVID data set if you're taking it. Just to visualize in Bangalore where it will be the red zone and green zone. So for me, my visualization will be taking the red zone data, green zone data, and a yellow zone data. In that, how many people are die and all. So take that. To manipulate that, you need a pandas. How you will do that? How you will check the information without the method of that? How you will check that how many people are die or not? How will which area, which locations are there? Queries. When queries will work? SQL queries, how it will work. Those are the when it comes to the modeling, when we learn that classification and regression model. Classification regression model will give you the all the queries to work on that. But without NumPy and Pandas, as well as Matplotlib, Seaborn and Plotly, without these 5 libraries, you can't do all the modeling also. So this is how, Vara, the industries will fetch that. Only Pandas will not a real-time example of industry. This is a concept to manipulate your database. And in real time also, we are using Pandas only to manipulate that. There is no other option to manipulation our data set apart from NumPy and Pandas using Python programming language. I'm not talking about other programming language. Got it, Vara? Series equals to PD dot. I believe I answer your doubt. Dictionary 1. Okay. Okay. DIC. I use name DIC. Series. Now, you can observe it. Just remember the thing. Whenever you are using this dictionary concept, when you are using a key value pair, your key will be by default, they keep as a index value. That's what I use a dictionary. I didn't go on other things doesn't have the key value pair. It will be in a normal way. It will be used. But if you are taking as the particular things there, so it will be taking as a key as a ID and values are a values here. So this is how the converting of series there. So those are the concept how you use the series of 1D array in a pandas. Do you have any doubts, folks, in this? Entire course will be fully it's giving you regarding this one. I'm talking about real all the things. You are working on the real-time projects also, because when you are working on the real-time database, that is not a 10 only 50,000 1 lakh. No, it will be the 10 million, more than that. You are keeping everything and you are doing that. Yes, we are doing that, and we are doing so many case studies also on that, Vara. Don't worry how the real time will be there. This is just a starting of the things. When you move to the advanced version, we are going with the real time case studies, everything. Then you'll get to know what is the main motive of that particular thing. What about Linux for data analysis? You can use the Linux operating system. That's not an issue for that. You can use Linux for go ahead with that. You can use Ubuntu also. That is depend upon you how you need to manage Nasi. So no issues for that. You can work on that. But it is difficult to use Linux and all, because in Windows it is easy to manipulate the thing. There you need to see, that's again it's different about person to person. If you're comfortable to do that all the commands and all in easily, you are good enough to handle it, then Naseem, close your eyes and go ahead. That is a best security Linux can give. Windows can't give that, those particular things for the all those particular thing. An operating system, Mac OS also, if you compare with Mac, Windows, Linux will be the best option for the security purpose. But difficulty will be the commands to be remembered, because I comfortable with the Windows and Mac OS. For me, if you want me to switch the Linux, I will think so many times, may I need to switch or not, because there will be so many changes will be there. Because the people who are comfortable with Windows and Mac, they will not easily switch to the Linux, but you can do it. That's not an issue if you are comfortable enough to go ahead. What is the use of dictionary in pandas? See, these are the different approaches basically, Vara, to you Okay, what is a Saurabh? Sorry. Basically, Saurabh, this is a different approaches to convert your things to the series. The basically series concept is used for creating the one dimensional array. Apart from that, yeah, it is not working on other particular things there. Now I have a different approaches, set, dictionary list. So I give you the some good way to approaches to show you how to manage your series to go out with that. Here it is nothing but it's just giving you the thing where we need to check that what are the things are there. If you check with the type of this particular series, it will be giving the series because we converting. Why should it will be the dictionary? Because we converted. That's why d type is an object they give because we converted as a series there. Now here it is what happened, key value pair. So your key, if you don't want to give the index value, you can use the dictionary to keep it that directly the key will be there. That's how you can use it. So I'll just bind up the session, stop the session here. If you have any doubts, let me know. Okay. Okay, Durja, 1 second, Durja. Let me read your problem. How could I get some unclean data along with requirement of practice? I would like to learn that cleaning in the depth. See, unclean data, Durja, as I told you, you have a Kaggle. That's a best site. If you needed a data which is not properly cleaned and all, just search it in that way and get the data and go ahead with that. Or else I have lots of database. I'll keep it in a drive. You can check that and you can use that. What? Okay, ma'am, you are awesome. Thank you, Jogendra. Thanks for getting that. I just want you guys to clear it with all the things, whatever small to small topic. If you have a doubts, come up with that. Ritika, what? Okay, drive link, please. I already shared, guys. My Excel file is not imported in Jupyter. Okay, now one by one. Okay, doubts. I thought Kaggle data is already clean. Most of them, Durja, Kaggle data are cleaned. And then do one thing. Check with the Googles, na, you will get it. Or else I'll do one thing. Today I will search some unclean data for you and I'll upload it in a drive. You can utilize that. Okay, tomorrow's agenda will be continue with the data frame in pandas, which is pending. And after that, once we done with that, the data frames and all, we have some small method in our pandas. We'll see that if time permits, we'll be start with the pandas hands-on. That's a plan for our tomorrow's. Sure. I'll do it. Today I will do that. After the session, I'll go ahead and I'll just search one unclean data because whatever data said Durjoy as of now with me, that is all clean data. I have lots of database in my system now, but all the clean data. So I need to check in a little bit in a Google search key what are the there which is unclean. Okay, tomorrow is the last class for Python. No. Who told you it's the last session? No. After pandas, you have lots of topic. After that, you have a visualization, first of all. Okay, can you please explain np.tech? Okay, take method, Ritika, basically take method is used to take the particular values or something in a numpy. Numpy, when you are using, it's for the manipulation, right? And take method is particular if you have a 1D array or 2D array. If you want to use the take method, what are the values are there to fetch the particular value? We use the take method, Ritika. Share the file. Yeah, Saurabh, I'll share the file. And Ritika, let's go ahead with that. We'll be discussing TP if you have a doubts in the next session then. Let me share the file as of now first. Okay. Yeah, I forwarded the pandas file. You can go ahead. Okay. Yeah, I'm uploading. If there is any note that we shared yesterday, in case maybe I uploaded in a drive. I'm sharing the drive link, folks, here. I'll upload it. The new today's things also. Give me a time. One by one, folks. One by one doubts. Okay. If you guys ask me together, I'll be going ahead one by one. Okay. Uploading is done. That particular things. So I'll just share the drive link again. Yeah. So whatever we discuss, everything it's there in Drive. Okay, ma'am, send your request. Folks, I know you guys are sending me request in a LinkedIn so many times. I will accept that in a later wise. Don't worry. I need to check that. Literally, I'm telling I won't get time. Literally after the session, I have lots of other session work and all other things. So I won't get time to check my LinkedIn also. I will check in a weekends and I will let whoever it's there, I'll accept that. Don't worry. Okay, Raj. Yes, yes, Raj. One second. Raj, I'll give you the things there. Just share your screen. Okay. One second, Raj. I give you permission, Raj. Please share your screen because I have 5 more minutes today. I will not go ahead, folks. 30 minutes. Okay. 5 more minutes. Whoever in doubt, let me know. Activity with pandas. You want today or because I don't have my workbench in my system now. I need to install it. Is it okay if I keep it for the next week? Because I need to install and keep it first to ready that because my workbench is not there in my system now. Only pandas is there. I need to install that first, then only I can show you the connectivity. That's great. Then what I'll do, Raj, please go ahead. You just share your screen. What I'll do this week, because I have a session today and tomorrow also I have a session. With that, I have other things also. So weekend I will download the my workbench in my system. After that, next week when we start when other things, Tuesday or Wednesday, I will show you that. After the session, Ayush, just remind me once, huh? Sure, sure, Ayush, no issues. Raj, please share your screen. Anyone else have issues? Folks, any other doubts? Raj, share your screen. Raj, I'm not able to see your screen. All good, folks. See, folks, remember one thing. If you have any doubt, small to small, please come up with that. If you talk, if you ask, then only I get to know how Vara asked me. Vara will, I feel it's good to ask everything at a moment whenever you want it. So go ahead with that. If you guys also have a doubts, let me know that. I will be there to help you for all the things. Thank you, Naseem. Okay, what is the issue, Raj? You can unmute also, Raj. Let me know first what is the issue. Then I can help you. Thank you, guys. So I'm done with the session, folks. Whoever want to be there, because I'm just helping the other people who have an issue. Others can leave for a day. No issues. Who have a work, I know some people have to go for a walk and all. You can proceed with your things. Hmm. Thank you, folks. Thank you, guys. Yes, Raj. Tell me. Like you're not able to fetch the data, right? So first of all, give me the access, okay? Yeah, give me the access to see your system. Yeah. So where is your file? Desktop. Let me see first where database. Nothing is there in your database. Is it in download? Thank you. One second. Server error. Uh, okay, localhost. One second. Can you open Jupyter Notebook again because I'm not able to see your like search box. Just open. Now I can open it. Yeah. One second. Yeah. Just open this first. Let me open. Down documents. Where is your file? This is your file, right? Okay, one second. Is it in desktop itself? No, desktop. No, it's Raj. And oh, don't keep it here now. Copy. I'll go to desktop. Huh? You have a folder called Raj in Telepad in a desktop. Okay, you paste it here. That's okay. Keep it here only. Copy. Netflix title. Okay. Let me go ahead with this. One second. Yeah. So desktop. Raj in Telepad. Okay. File. 1 second, huh? I'll just take the name first. Where is the database? Huh. This is work. Okay. This is the first way you can work it with the name. I'll keep for you with the path also. Huh? For the path, just go ahead with this. This will be your path. Copy this. This is drop down. Okay. When you click that now, you'll get the path. I just got the path. I just go with my system by mistake. 1 second. Let me go with your paste the path, and then first of all I need a name also. I'm copying from here. You can copy from anywhere. Okay. I just, because this name also you need to give which file in that path. And one more thing here, we need to add one more slash. That's a compulsory thing, or else it will be not getting the path. 1, 2, 3. One second, there is a small mistake. Okay, this is done. Run this. This is done. Done. This is what the issue, Raj. Both the way I show you, your files are path. Files are fetched with the path also, as well as your with the name also. Anything else, Raj? Anything else or done? Anytime. Okay then, folks, I'll bind up for a day. Thank you, guys. And will we see you again tomorrow with the continue with the things? Practice, okay? Thank you, guys. Good day. Okay. Yes, Aftab, please go ahead. Before, yes, Aftab, please go ahead. What is the question, Aftab? Let me know. Yes, tell me. You want me to unmute yourself? Do one thing. Yeah, I gave a permission to unmute. Just unmute yourself and tell me what is the question.
I'm here. I have a question that is create a class inside the class. Create initialize a global variable.
Okay,
And
encapsulation one.
yes.
Okay. See, as I told you, like you create a class and there you passes the variable, right? When you pass the set value equals to 10, okay? Don't pass directly. You can pass because it's a INIT is a your constructor, by default constructor. When you call the object, that time you can pass the value, right?
Okay.
You just pass in that time itself. Like
This is
what you can do, you just
a class create a constructor inside the constructor.
yeah, create a constructor inside the constructor, initialize two global variable name and age. This is also the same thing, two global variable name and age. I'll just send you the, I think I have a things with me. I'll tell you the solution for this. Okay, you will confusing the things. Basically the problem is nothing. Okay, they just I'll tell you, those are the easiest problem ever. They just want to twing that particular question, that twist the question there particularly. There what they told, inside a class A, create a constructor. You create a constructor means INIT method. As anyhow we are creating INIT method, def double slash
I do
INIT.
understand about INIT, but
After that,
I also
yes,
understand this initialize
yes.
two global
Two
variables.
global variable means global variables are nothing but the variables which we can initialize anywhere inside the INIT or outside the method also. That's called a global variable. Globally, anyone can use it. And
Okay.
you don't want to write any global keyword and no, just use var equals to any variable name. Like
any
suppose
and assign the value.
name and age. Remember, we saw one example, name equals to name, age equals to age.
Okay.
Same, this is the same example they ask you. Name equals to name, age equals to age, and do one thing. I'll In a diff, I'll tell you diff init inside the parameters self, comma, name, comma, age. Three thing you pass parameter, okay? Self,
Okay.
comma, name, comma, age. Inside that, self dot name equals to name, self dot age equals to age, right? After
Yes.
that, when you are calling that object equals to class A, right? We are creating the object. That
Okay.
time, pass after, comma, 25. That's all.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you need to do. Nothing else. They
Okay.
just twisted the question. Nothing. They just use some different keywords to make you confuse that. But the problems are too easy.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. After try it. If not, let me know. I will share the solution then. I have your questions now already with you. Like you already share me, so I get to know what exactly you wanted. If it is not working for you, let me know. I will share the solution. I will solve it and share it for you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Aftab. Then thank you, Aftab.
Thank
Okay, then, folks. Thank you, guys. Good day. Bye. See you tomorrow.